Welcome to today's tutorial on debugging Stream API operations. If you're a Java developer, you might have already used the Stream API to simplify data processing. However, when it comes to debugging your Stream operations, it can often be challenging. But don't worry, by the end of this video, you'll learn practical techniques to debug and enhance your streams effectively. To set the stage, let's start with a basic understanding of the Java Stream API. The Stream API allows you to process sequences of elements using various operations like filtering, mapping, and reducing. These operations can be chained together to form complex data pipelines. Let's see how this works in a simple example. In this example, we use the map operation to double each number in the list. This code runs smoothly. However, if you've ever encountered an unexpected behavior or performance issue with streams, you know how hard it can be to pinpoint the problem. For this, we need some effective debugging techniques. The first technique we'll explore is using the peek method. The peek method allows you to observe the elements as they travel through the stream pipeline. This can be invaluable for debugging purposes because it gives you insight into the intermediate values. Here, the first peek will print each number before it's doubled, and the second peek outputs the doubled value. This allows us to trace the values flowing through the operations easily. Keep this technique in your arsenal. It can provide immediate feedback on your stream's operations. Next, let's discuss error handling within stream operations. While the Stream API can simplify your code, exceptions can still arise, especially in complex operations. We'll take a look at how to handle exceptions effectively in your streams. In this code, we iterate over a list of strings and attempt to parse each one to an integer. If parsing fails, we handle it gracefully by catching the number format exception, logging an error message, and returning a default value of 0. This ensures that your stream continues processing even after encountering issues. Now, let's move to another common issue: processing large datasets. When working with numerous records, performance becomes a concern, and inefficient stream operations can create bottlenecks. Monitoring performance can be tricky, but one way is to measure the time taken by the stream operations. With this example, we measure the time taken to process the list of numbers and simply print the duration. This way, you can track performance trends as you change your stream operations. When optimizing stream operations, consider whether your streams should be sequential or parallel. Parallel streams can improve performance significantly on large datasets, but they come with added complexity. Let's see a quick example of how to implement a parallel stream and measure its performance. Using parallel stream here allows the operation to be processed concurrently. Note that while parallel streams can lead to performance improvements for CPU-bound tasks, they should be used judiciously, especially when dealing with stateful transformations. Now, let's explore some advanced debugging techniques. If you're still having trouble tracking down issues in streams, consider using logging frameworks like SLF4j or Log4j. These tools can make your logging more manageable and customizable. Here's how you might integrate logging into your streams. In this code, we've integrated SLF4j logging. Here, we use logging statements in place of standard output, which allows for more granularity and control over logging levels and outputs. It's especially useful for production systems where you want to filter logs based on severity. Besides logging, consider using an IDE with good debugging capabilities, such as IntelliJ IDEA or Eclipse. You can set breakpoints, step through code, and inspect variables dynamically, which can greatly assist in understanding how data flows through your streams. As we start wrapping up this tutorial, I want to emphasize the importance of writing unit tests for your stream operations. Testing your methods that involve streams ensures they behave as expected, particularly when unexpected data may come through. Here's a simple JUnit test for a stream operation. In this JUnit test, we validate our stream logic bold by checking if doubling a list of numbers returns the expected result. Incorporating tests into your workflow will help catch errors early and ensure your implementations are resilient. By now, you should have a solid understanding of how to debug Stream API operations in Java. We covered techniques like peek for tracing values, handling exceptions, performance monitoring, and logging. Always remember that effective debugging is an iterative process where the key is to gather insights, analyze them, and adjust your approach accordingly. Thanks for watching this tutorial on debugging Stream API operations. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more Java tutorials, and don't forget to click the bell icon to receive notifications about my latest videos. Happy coding, and until next time.